Hey friends, Kevin here, your Sacramento, Stockton area realtor and lender here with this week's weekly real estate report. Well, before I get to the chart, excuse me if I go on just a very small rant here, but I had to do some a price comparison on a home the other day, which involves, hey, what do you think our home is worth? So I go into MetroList, which I often do, and I pull up a search area and I have to look at all the homes. I want to see a home that matches what I'm looking for. I got to tell you the disappointment in my industry. There were many homes that had the most horrific photos. They were obviously just taken by a cell phone. Very, very narrow, very tall photos showing messy kitchens, dirty countertops. You couldn't even tell where you were sometimes. I had one I looked at had a I don't know what happened to the coloring on it, but it looked like a cartoon. And it was only one photo of the exterior of the house and said, this lovely home with, designer kitchen and a beautiful pool. One photo, no picture of anything. It's like, so anyway, sorry for that. But I guess my point to that is, hey, you're out there, you're looking for a real estate agent to list your house. Do a little research, check into their marketing. What are they really doing for the money you're paying them? You should have fantastic marketing photos, a great write-up, but most importantly, and really, this is the one thing that's probably the most difficult for consumers to do, is that most agents, I gotta be careful how I say this, but I already said most agents, there are a huge number of agents who do not return phone calls, do not take phone calls. I had to do some follow-up the other day on some agents that had shown a house of mine. They don't list a phone number to call them. I could not call them and ask them what they thought of the home. I just got a recording. Hey, if you've reached this number, leave a message. We don't return phone calls. Anyway, so it's imperative that you have an agent that picks up the phone when somebody calls, because you'd be surprised how many deals I put together by agents just reaching out to me and having a little conversation. Anyway, okay, enough of my rant, but thank you for listening. Let's move on to the chart. All right, so I've been kind of excited here because we'll start down here with our available homes. I kept saying that, historically speaking, the statistics state that right about the beginning of April, we should have had a turnaround and it should start coming back up, the inventory. And well, that seems to be what happened. I mean, it's off to a slow start, I will say that, but I think the inventory is finally starting to climb back up. Well, it is starting to climb back up. Let's just hope it stays that way. All right, so on to the big thing over here, the median list price. And it's still, I talk to people and they're saying, Kevin, I understand that home prices are just plummeting and it's really turning into a buyer's market. Well, for those of you that watch this, do you think that is not plummeting? We have just exceeded the historic numbers that we've seen before. So right now our median list price, it did come down a little tiny bit. So we were at $659 last week and now we're at $655. So really median list price, $650,000. All right, contrasting that, which we've been watching here, is this median sales price is not keeping up with that by a long shot. In fact, it went down 2 weeks ago. This week I'm going to say it's stagnant. So it was, peaked out here at 545. Over 100,000 less than the median list. All right, and then dropped down to 522. And this week, numbers so far at 525. And as I always say, I got to wait for all the data to come in to see how that settles out. But it's kind of holding steady. Pending sales are shooting back up. Good news, getting some activity back out there. Rates is not really going to be the good news this week. So let's talk rates real quick. Rates went up 12 basis points. That's 0.12%. So it was 6.27 last week. Freddie Mac said this week it's 6.39. One thing I do want to mention, I am getting quite a few calls from people, and this is a fantastic question. It's actually a very intelligent question. We are first-time home buyers. We're renting, and we want to get into the market. When do we do this? I mean, we've been hearing that there's going to be a huge market crash for a very long time, and yet we're not seeing it. And no, you're not seeing it. So my best advice for you, first-time home buyers, is if you're interested in buying, I say now is the time to build a relationship with a lender, get pre-approved, get educated on the programs that are out there. There are a lot of first-time homebuyer programs. Now, we talked about the Dream for All and the Money Ran Out, but still, there are a lot of fantastic programs out there to help you get into a house, get fully approved. I mean, that's pay stubs, bank statements, all the paperwork, underwriting if they'll do it. And that gives you more credibility when you go out and buy. So get all of that done, then build your relationship with your realtor. I'm going to raise my hand for both those over here. And then start looking at some homes. You don't have to buy. Make sure you find a realtor who's very, very patient and knows that this is a process. This could take 6 months. It could take 8 months. But find a team that's in it for the long haul with you, and you go out and you look at some homes. And if you find the right home that works for you, that you can afford at the price that makes you happy, make a move. If not, then you're out there getting educated on the market. And when it's time to buy, you will know. So a big takeaway, do not let anybody push you into buying something when you're not ready. But now is the time to start getting ready. All right, that's my advice. Thank you for watching today, and I hope to see you here next week. Take care. Bye.